Hello everyone and welcome back. So today I'm a little bit bored, so I'm doing bread. Okay, it's quite tricky. Most people will find it really tricky to do bread, but it's simple as it can get. But what it needs a lot of time to do this. Okay, so initially I've just got my strong flour, so I'm using strong flour, and that's very good. It's full of the protein which will make it stick and make it nice bread. So I'll put 750 gram of that. I've added some yeast, which is about 20 gram of yeast. I put a little bit of salt with it just to give it a little bit of taste. I'm using lukewarm water, not cold water, lukewarm, just to help the yeast to refresh. And I'm gonna add that to it, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil just to give it that little bit of extra. So the olive oil is give it a bit of flavor and stop it from sticking together. 425 gram ml of warm water. I'm starting this, it's now just turned 12 o'clock, and this will give it a good few hours to ferment, to rest and rise and be ready to be baked at dinner time or any time you want. So simple. You can use your hand, you can use this, any metal thing, any spoon, anything you want. Okay, but to do this is quite therapeutic. So add your water into the bowl and mix it. You can do it on the surface. Make sure your surface is clean, because we're gonna need the flour on that. And I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do, because the bowl is quite small for this amount. So I'm gonna put it on the clean surface, and I'm gonna work on the actual surface. So get a well in the middle and add your water. I'm adding the water a little bit at a time, and I'm mixing it. It's quite messy, so please make sure that parents are happy with you to do something like that. Just bring it all together. If you feel that it's very dry, bring a tiny bit more water, add it to it. Yeah, so that water wasn't enough for it. I can see that it's not getting all in, so still got a little bit more. Bring all the flour in, and with your hand just scrape it down, and it will all come off. Right, so it's all combined, but this is where you will earn your work. Okay, So I'm gonna put a little bit of drop of oil on the top. That will stop it from sticking as well and makes it easier to roll. So this is what we call about kneading. Okay? So you need to work the gluten inside. And this is where your anger and upset and frustration can start coming out. So you need to stretch it and bring it back for about 10 minutes. And you're most likely, so at the moment you see how it's breaking off, so I don't want that. I want a smooth texture. This is when we work the gluten will start working and it will start becoming elasticated. Right. Strong flour is quite hard to work with, so you are gonna find it that you will be out of breath. Yeah, so stretch and bring. So I'm stretching it out and bringing it in, and this is where the work will start taking place. Okay, so I have worked it out, knead it a bit. What I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to double knead it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it to rest for an hour, and I'm going to give it the fourth element for the bacteria, which is the yeast. To start multiplying and start eating, which is warm. Okay, so it needs to go in a warm place. So preferably if you got an airing cupboard which is nice and warm, you can put it in there. If you haven't, get a couple of blankets, wrap it up and leave it for an hour or so. This will double in size. Once this double in size, what I'm going to do, I'm going to knead it again, bring it all out, and then leave it to rest for another hour or so, and then I will bake it. So this is going to go in the cupboard now, in the airing cupboard, till it doubles in size. Right, welcome back. So as you can see, it has rested, it has doubled in sizes. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to turn it on my surfaces. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of flour on my surface, turn it, and then beat it a little bit more. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half. Try to get it as much as you want. You can make it into a big massive log if you want. But what I'm doing is I'm making two medium size, and what I'm doing, I'm using my baking tray. I put a bit of paper, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of flour on there so it doesn't stick. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it, so I'm going to cover it. So I've got two massive ones. I'm going to cover it and then let it rest for another hour or so, preferably in a nice warm place. And then I'm going to bake it in a preheated oven. So this one is gonna rest, and we'll come back to it as soon as it's ready.